right. Hi guys. Hi Tessa. Hi. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning, good morning. It is a good morning. It's actually really nice out today for once. In like the last 8 months, it's actually nice outside. How are you guys doing? I have a question about membership at the end. Okay, cool. It's cold. It's a little bit cold. It's not too bad. It's way better than it has been. It's been like -2 in the last few days, which is really crazy for the end of April. But today it's like +2, so we're doing good. Guys, today we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is automation and delegation. So getting rid of all of the tasks that you don't need to be doing every day, because one of the biggest things that people do that eats up so much of their time is they do all of these little tasks that either they don't know how to do properly, so they screw it up, or they don't enjoy doing it, so they half-ass it and screw it up, or they just don't want to do it, so again they half-ass it and they screw it up. And that's how you end up losing potential customers. You lose followers because they could tell that your work is just not up to par at what they believe you should be able to produce. So getting rid of those tasks and either delegating them or automating them, or getting rid of them altogether, which is even better, is going to really streamline your business quite a bit, because you're going to take a lot of tasks off of your plate so that you can simply focus on the stuff that you're really good at and you really love doing. All right, ready to get started? Who's ready? Tell me if you're ready. And we will jump right in. I've got lots of good stuff. And then at the end of today's content, after I do a little bit of Q&A, I have a sweet little bonus for you. So if you're interested in that, make sure you stick around until the end, and I'll pick a lucky person, whoever's live on here. I'm just gonna randomly pick somebody and you'll get the prize. So let's go. So we're gonna start with what to automate in your business, because I feel like if you are constantly doing all of the work yourself and you're repeating things over and over, day after day after day, you need to start automating them, because you are wasting so much time, and that is time that you can be spending on bigger, money-making activities that are going to bring in money and bring in a lot more money for you than these little piddly tasks that you're doing every single day, that you could just automate yourself and not have to worry about anymore. So there are, what do I got here? So there's 5 different things that about 5 different things that I believe are things that everybody should be automating, no matter where you are in your business, no matter what kind of business you have. I believe these are the 5 things that you need to be automating in your business right away. Okay, so the first thing is your discovery call process. So of course this is only for those of you who do discovery calls in your business. If you don't, you can just plug your ears for a minute. But for those of you who do, offer those discovery calls for your potential clients, you want to automate the discovery call process. Why? Because you're going to be getting, inquiries for discovery calls all the time. If you're running your business properly, you're going to be getting those inquiries all the time, people who want to work with you. And you don't want to have to go back and forth around like, what time's good for you, or what time zone are you in, or how long is it going to be, and what's your Skype name, and like all this information. You don't want to have to deal with that with a bunch of different people. If you're only doing it right now, and let's say you get like 1 discovery call request, a week or even a month, then you have way bigger issues in your business. So doing these tasks is not going to be a big deal to you, because you're doing it once, every once in a while. But if that's the case, then like I said, there's something else going on in your business that's making it so that it's very difficult for people to book calls with you. There's some reason people aren't booking these discovery calls with you, and that's a whole other issue that I'm not going to get into today, but something you want to look into yourself to figure out why you aren't getting more discovery calls, because that's where the money is if you have one-on-one clients. Okay, so when you're automating your discovery call process, there are how many steps? Like three different steps, or 3 different things within the discovery call process that you want to automate. So I'll just tell you what I do, which I find is one of the best ways to book discovery calls, and do it in an automated way so that you don't have to actually physically be there and hold their hand through the process. So what I do is I have a discovery call questionnaire on my website. So I have a page on my website that's dedicated to discovery calls. So people can go to my website, they click the link that says free call or discovery call, whatever I have up there, and they fill out the questionnaire or the application, which is really what it is, and they answer all the questions. And then once they've answered all of the questions, and by the way, you need to have a questionnaire if you do discovery calls, or you're going to get a bunch of freeloaders who just want free advice from you. That's just a side note. So I take that questionnaire that they send me, and it's automatically redirected to my calendar page. So I use Calendly right now for my discovery call calendar. There's a bunch of other ones that you can use, such as Time Trade, but this is the one that I started with, and I stuck with it because I just got so used to it, and it works for me. I haven't had any issues. So I have it so that after they fill out the form on the website, the questionnaire, after they fill that out, they're automatically redirected to my calendar where they can see the available times for discovery calls. They pick a time that works for them, they fill in their information, and then they'll get an email confirmation that tells them what my Skype name is. So it tells them to add me to Skype with that Skype name. It reminds them to put the information into their calendar, and then they'll also get an email reminder the day of. Well, I think they get it 24 hours before, and then like an hour before the call. So they'll get 2 reminder emails from Calendly that it's, again, done automatically. They'll get all of that information in their email, so there's no excuses for them not to be there, unless they're not checking their emails or they didn't put it to their calendar themselves. And if that's the case, I don't want to work with them. So it's fine. So that's really the 2-step process that I follow. There's a third step which you can do, but you don't necessarily have to automate this part. I have my virtual assistant. Once people book a discovery call with me, it's automatically sent to her as well. So she'll get an email that says, so-and-so has booked a discovery call with Cassie at this time on this day, and it'll tell her what their Skype name is. So she actually goes onto my Skype account, she adds them to my Skype, so that way when I get on Skype during the call time, the discovery call time, I have them in my Skype already, and I didn't have to do any of that. The only thing I have to do is pull up their application in my email and get on the call with them. That's it. That's all I have to do. And then if you want to take it a step further, you can even automate, promotions of your discovery calls. I don't really promote my discovery calls anymore, just because I don't have to. I have clients come to me all the time anyway. But if you're not at that stage yet, that's totally fine. You just want to start promoting your discovery calls more often, so you get more and more clients that are coming to you, and then you want to focus on a whole bunch of other stuff to get those discovery calls booked without you having to promote them all the time. Again, that's total side note, something that I'm not going to get into today, but something you want to look into for sure, because discovery calls is what you need if you do one-on-one coaching. So back to what I was saying. If you want to take it to another level, automate your promotions of your discovery calls. So you can set up a Facebook ad that goes directly to your call page where they can book a free call with you, or you can set up, my favorite way is to set up a sales funnel. So they're going to get some type of free gift from you. You're going to nurture them a little bit through an email sequence, give them some more free value, and then at the end of that sales funnel or end of that email sequence, then you're going to want to promote your discovery calls. Cool? So those are the 4 steps. 2 of them are optional, but highly, highly recommended. So that's the first thing. So automate your discovery call process. The next thing is to automate your client onboarding process as well. So once you've done this discovery call, you've kicked ass with it, you have the person who says, yes, I want to sign up, let's do it. You have to have a process in place that's automated, or at least, as much automation as you can when it comes to client onboarding, and have them so that all you have to do is say, yeah, you're in, okay, sign up, and I'll talk to you on our first call. 2 hours, see? Exactly. It's such a waste of time. So I'll tell you again what I do for my client onboarding process. So if I have a client that's on the phone and she says, yes, I want to sign up, where do I go? I give her the link on that chat, the Skype chat. I'll send her the direct link to go and sign up. She'll make a payment. Once she gets the payment, once she sends the payment, again, it's sent to my virtual assistant. And my virtual assistant will see, okay, this person just signed up for this package. She'll be able to tell by the forms that they filled out when they signed up to work with me. And so she'll know exactly what package they signed up for, how much it cost, when they signed up, and all of their information as well. So what she will do from that point is she will reach out to them privately, and she will start the process of getting them set up for their regular call. So she will, go back and forth with them around what days are good for you, what times are good for you, and she schedules them all on my calendar. So I don't do that at all. They also get an automatic email that's sent to them after their payment, which is their welcome email, and that includes all the details of, how I work with my clients, how I help them to make money, how I, expect them to behave while we work together, how they can expect me to behave, all of those things we talked about a little bit earlier in this challenge. So they get all of that information. They also get a link to their welcome pack that they have to fill out. This is going to give me all of the information that I need to really help them make the most money in the shortest amount of time during our working relationship. So they're going to fill that out for me, and they're going to send it back to me. So there, I don't have to do that either. The other thing that I have my assistant do is after she, contacts them and says, we got your sign up information. She'll also say to them, we're going to be sending you your contract. Make sure you fill that out before your first session with Cassie. And she'll go into, I use DocuSign for my contracts. So she'll go in there and she'll upload the contract. She'll make sure that obviously the contract has the client's correct information, the correct program, the correct pricing, and all of that stuff. She makes sure everything is good in there, and then she sends the contract to them through DocuSign. They they sign it, and then I get an email confirmation, and so does my assistant, that says this person has signed the contract. So I know that we're good to go. So they're going to get their welcome pack, they're going to get their contract, they're going to get their welcome email, they're going to get their call scheduled, and all of that stuff is already done. I don't have to do a damn thing. So all I have to do is get on the discovery call. The client says, yes, I want to work with you. And the next thing I do is I see them show up on my calendar, and I say, oh, I got a call with so-and-so today. And then I look over, their welcome packet. They also get a welcome questionnaire before every session. I do that with all of my clients. And that, again, is sent, of course, from my assistant, so I don't have to do that either. So I'll go through all of that information before the call. I'll make some notes. I'll prepare so that I can show up and be my best self for my clients. And that's all I have to do. I don't have to do anything else. So it's discovery call, and then I get on the first call. I don't do anything in between, and that's really what I recommend that you do if you're a coach or somebody who interacts with their clients on a regular basis. Make sure that you automate as much of that client onboarding process as possible. It's very, very easy to think, oh, this is not going to take very long. I'll just send them their contract. No big deal. But, it took me when I first started getting clients, because I got clients really, really quickly, and I got a lot of them all at once. And, sometimes I would spend hours every day doing all of this work that I really just didn't enjoy doing. I don't like sending contracts. I don't like going back and forth about call times. And so that was really one of the very first things that I outsourced to my VA once I hired her, because I didn't want to deal with that anymore. It was taking up way too much of my time, and I'm willing to bet it's taking up a lot of your time. I'm willing to bet it's taking a lot of time. So if that's the case, I highly recommend you start delegating. Yeah, see, Felicia knows. Okay, cool. So your discovery call process, your client onboarding process. Another thing to automate is your emails. So as much of your emails as possible. So I usually automate things like follow-ups. So after I do a discovery call with somebody, if they haven't already said yes on the phone, which they usually do, but if they don't, then I have some type of follow-up email that I'll send to them, and I schedule that in, or set that up and schedule that in Ontraport, and then, it's already in there. I just have to go in and tweak it a little bit so it fits the client, and, it makes sense for what their issues were, what their struggles were, what their desires are. So I'll tweak the email a little bit, and then I'll schedule it to go out, about 24 hours after our call. Sometimes a little bit sooner, it depends kind of where they were with their decision-making process. So I scheduled that. I have that automated as well. It's not 100% automated, but it's automated enough for what I need it to do. I also automate all of my reminder emails as well. So for example, with this challenge, you've been getting the email every morning if you're signed up for this challenge through the opt-in page. You're going to be getting emails every morning that says, today's our call, it's at 10 o'clock, here's where to go, here's all the information, here's what we'll be talking about. It's all there, and that stuff was all done weeks ago. I had that set up weeks ago. It's all automated. I don't send any of those emails. It's all done already. I wrote them all, of course, but I don't send them out. They're scheduled in on Support, and again, that's something that my assistant did for me. So technically, I didn't even really have to set them up. I just wrote them. So that's always fun. And then another thing is your marketing emails. So I don't do this all the time, and with certain types of marketing emails, you don't really want to be doing this. But for the most part, certain sales emails, especially where you're promoting discovery calls, for example, or promoting, those programs that are, always available. So the evergreen stuff, you can set up in your email, service, whatever you use. I use Entreport, and you can set it up so that the people on your list are getting emails from you on a regular basis, where you're promoting one or two of those things in each email. So what I usually do is I have a sales email that goes out usually once every 3 months or so, like every quarter, that's going to promote heavily promote one of my self-study courses. So like my Facebook groups course, the focus formula, my sales course, like any of that stuff, you're going to get an email quarterly about one of those. And I'm going to promote that. So that's all scheduled. I have those emails written for the year already, and they're scheduled in Entreport. And all I have to do is sit down and write those emails, once a year, whenever I do it. And then I schedule them. And usually, again, I have my assistant schedule them, so I don't even have to do that. And that's all done for me. So I know that no matter what's going on in my business, I'm going to have a sales email go out at least quarterly about these particular products. You can also do it where if you're launching a new program, for example, or a new service or new offer, you can have it set up so that at least once a week, your people are going to get an email from you promoting it. Every single week at minimum, if you're launching it that month. Okay, so there's so many different types of marketing emails you can send, but those are usually the ones I do. In the beginning of my business, I also did this with my Facebook group because I really wanted to grow my Facebook group. So I would send out these emails probably, I would say twice a month, and I would say, like, this is the Facebook group, this is what you get in here, this is who it's for, this is what you can expect, and then I would give the call to action, which is to tell them to please sign up and let's have some fun in the Facebook group, which we did. And so that's good too. So you can do it for your free stuff, you can do it for your paid stuff, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're marketing. You have to be selling yourself in some way, not even necessarily to make a financial profit, but to get your name out there and to build your community. That's the big thing too. Okay, so emails. The next thing is how did you grow your list? Okay, I'm not going to do questions till the end because I'm going to get really distracted. So save that to the end for me, Patty, okay? Okay, so lead generation. Lead generation is another thing that you should automate, again, as much as possible. You can't automate it 100% because you're going to have new stuff that you're creating all the time. But have this process in place where you're automating your lead generation as much as you possibly can. So what I usually do is I'll create some type of new offer, new opt-in, some type of freebie that I put together, and at the end of that freebie, there's always a sequence, of course, there's a sales funnel, and I always sell something at the end, whether it's a program, a package, or discovery calls, whatever that may be. So I'll create something, and then I'll post a Facebook ad, I'll set up some marketing emails where I'm promoting it, and this is something where I'm collecting leads every single day. So every day you need to be adding a minimum of one person to your list, bare minimum. And that's really how you're going to grow your community and get lots of people, in your tribe, and get lots of people around you that, need your services and need help with what you can offer them. Okay, so make sure that when you're doing these, or setting up this lead generation automation, that you're doing this consistently. Because if you're not generating leads consistently, you're not growing your business. And if you're not growing your business, you're not making money. And if you're not making money, you don't have a business. Okay, so automate your lead generation. And then the last and final thing to automate is your sales funnels. Your sales funnels / your Facebook ads / your marketing, like all of that stuff. So I kind of talked about that with lead generation, but you want to have sales funnels set up, a minimum, bare minimum of one sales funnel. I probably have like half a dozen now, but you want to have at least one where at the end of the sales funnel, you're selling something. You can be selling yourself by saying, you know, sign up for a discovery call and we can talk about it. Or you can sell a package or a program or some type of offer that you have, but you need to be selling at the end. So automate this by creating a free opt-in, setting up the landing page, setting up an email sequence, and then, you know, setting up like a Facebook ad or something so that it's being promoted all the time. A Facebook ad or an email that's scheduled and automated as well. So that way people are always going to be hearing about this sales funnel. So what the sales funnel they're going to be hearing about is they're going to be hearing about the freebie that's in the sales funnel. So make sure that they are hearing that, they are seeing that, they're interested in that, and you're getting signups. Okay, so automate that too. So just to recap, 5 things to automate: your discovery call process, your client onboarding process, different types of emails such as follow-ups, marketing emails, things like that, your lead generation, and your sales funnels. 5 things. Cool? All right. Okay, so let's move on to delegation. So this is one of my favorite things that honestly I never thought I would do in my business, because I'm such an OCD type of person where it's like, no, I have to do it myself, or they're going to do it wrong, they're going to screw it up, they're not going to do it right. And so I'm always kind of worried about that. I still am, honestly, to be completely honest with you. But you have to have trust in people so that they can help you. And really, without my team, I would so not be where I am today. I would still be screwing around, probably making like $5,000 a month and being like, oh, this is so hard, and whining about it all the time. But I'm not. And that is honestly a big part of that is because I have such a fantastic team that helps me to get all of these tasks done, because there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't even really realize you have to do in your business, but you physically do not have to do it yourself. It needs to get done, but you don't have to do it. And that's why growing a team is really, really important. So here's a few different things that I delegate and I feel like are the best things to be delegating in your business to save you time. So first and foremost is customer service. Customer service. You want to have amazing customer service for your clients, for your customers. However, in order to do that, you need to be responding to them, engaging with them consistently over and over again, really, really quickly. And that's going to be really difficult if you're on a client call, like all day client calls, or you're doing a webinar, or you're doing a live stream, or you're out grocery shopping. I don't know. If you're doing something, you can't respond right away. So that's why you want to have a team of people to help you and be there and give really great customer service to your clients and to your customers. Now, sometimes you're going to want to respond to these emails yourself, especially if it's like a one-on-one high-end client. You're probably going to want to answer certain types of emails, but if there's if there are things like scheduling their calls with you, they want to cancel a call or reschedule a call, like that's not you that does that. You forward that email to your assistant who helps you with customer service, and you have them take care of it for you. Cool. So customer service is one of the biggest things. The other thing is any type of tech issues that you have. So unless you're really tech savvy and that is a big part of your business, is doing the tech stuff, unless that's the case, you should not be doing anything technical at all. Nothing. Because it's going to frustrate the hell out of you, especially if you suck at tech stuff like I do. And it's going to take way more time than if you were to just hire somebody to do it for you. And your time is money. So you do not want to be doing all of this stuff that is just going to suck up your time and frustrate the hell out of you when you can have somebody else do it for you and get it done in like 10 minutes. It's going to take you like a couple hours, take them 10 minutes and cost you like $100, or depending on what it is, of course, that you need help with. So any type of tech stuff, delegate that, get it out of the way. Make sure though, if you're going to hire somebody to help you with tech stuff, that they're actually really good at tech stuff. Because I've found, unfortunately, there are, a bunch of people, especially virtual assistants, I find, and they'll say like, I can help you with tech stuff, and I do tech this and tech that, and really that's just, they can handle a couple things maybe, but if there's a really big technical issue on your website or with your email provider or something like that, they can't handle it. They can handle tiny little tasks, but they can't handle the big stuff. And you want somebody who's there for the big stuff. You don't want to go out and hire somebody when the big stuff happens, because they don't know you, they don't know your business, they don't know how you operate. And then so it's going to take them a little bit longer. But you want to have this person ready and able to fix things for you when they do break. So just be careful with who you hire there. Luckily, I have an amazing manager and an amazing virtual assistant who are very good at the tech stuff. So I have two hands on deck whenever, you know, big stuff happens and shit hits the fan. So just make sure that you do your research around that. Okay. Another thing is setting up your system. So there's certain things, you know, in your system, such as sales funnels, for example, that, you know, you need to be doing. You need to be creating the content. Maybe you even create the landing page if you want to, but you don't need to be setting everything up. So again, the tech stuff comes into play here. You know, setting up the email sequence, that's part of those systems. You know, that's stuff that you don't have to bother with. You create the content because that's you. That's, you know, that's all you. That's what you're selling, is you and your content. So you create all that stuff, and then you give it to somebody else and say, here's what I want to do with this. Make it happen. Right? So that's another thing, is setting up your systems. And then in addition to that is creating sales pages. So if you love writing copy and you're really good at it, you can do that. If you're really good at design and the tech stuff and you love it, then you can do that as well. But if you're not, have somebody else do it for you. Please have somebody else do it for you, because your sales pages is where you make your money. I mean, you don't even really need sales pages to make money. You know, I've sold lots of stuff without a sales page, but if you are going to have a sales page, then do it right. Okay, it's definitely a bonus to have a sales page, and it does make things a lot easier. It's not necessary, but it does make things a lot easier to get the sale. So I highly recommend it. You know, if you are creating something that's a bit higher end, like a couple $1,000s, have some type of a sales page. But make sure that, you know, you're not spending all day writing the copy and tweaking the format of the website, and, you know, updating the images and creating the links and making the, you know, PayPal buttons or whatever. Like, you shouldn't be doing all that stuff. You just need to create the, you know, the content. Just say, like, this is what I want on the sales page. This is how I want it to look. This is, you know, what I want the feel to be. This is what I want people to hear me say. This is why I want them to buy. Like, you give all that information to somebody else, and then again, you just say, here's what I want, make it happen. And that's what they do. If you hire the right people, that's what they do. They go out there and they make it happen for you. Okay, so sales pages. Another thing is accounting. Unless you're an accountant, you shouldn't be doing your own accounting. You're going to screw something up. Trust me. Trust me. Everybody screws shit up all the time when it comes to accounting. All the time. So don't do your accounting. It's so inexpensive to hire somebody. My accountant only costs, I think, like $200 a month. It's ridiculous. And it's for everything that she does for me, you know, it's a no-brainer. Like, it's a no-brainer. I would pay her triple what she charges me, if not more. Like, she's so good at what she does. So make sure that you have somebody who can do your accounting for you, and they're going to handle your, you know, your expenses, your income. They're going to track all that for you. They're going to make sure you don't miss things. And at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, they're going to give you a breakdown and say, here's what you spent in what area of your business, and here's what you made in what area of your business. So you can track and see what's going on. And this is going to help you to, you know, prevent spending money on crap you don't use, because you'll be looking at your expenses saying, why do I spend $300 a month on this? I never use it. And, you know, and then you're also going to be able to track your income and where it came from, which is super important. So you can see, like, oh, this, you know, sold amazingly well. I'm going to have to start promoting that more often. Or, you know, how come I didn't get more sales for this program? You know, maybe I should ramp it up a little bit. Maybe I should tweak the sales page. It's going to give you a ton of insight into your business, and you don't have to do that work yourself. And trust me, when it comes to tracking everything like that, it can take a lot of time. So you want to make sure that you have somebody doing that for you, so you can focus on your zone of genius. You can get your message out there. You can be really visible. You can be engaging, and you don't have to deal with this back end stuff. Okay? Please have somebody do your accounting. Another thing is, well, there's two different things here that they're not 100% necessary, but I definitely recommend them if they're not areas that you're really comfortable with. One of them is social media management. So you want to be on a couple different social media platforms, because you do want to be really visible, and not everybody is going to be on just one platform that you spend time on. But you're not necessarily going to be really good, and you're not necessarily going to really enjoy all of these different platforms. So for example, for me, I really don't like using Twitter. I actually really hate Twitter. I think it's awful and terrible, and I never go on there. But I also know that there's a heap of my clients on there, like my potential clients and my current clients. And so I make an effort to, you know, have somebody that's on there giving really good content, sharing really good hashtags, engaging with people. And I have somebody who does that for me. I don't go on there. I don't touch it anymore. It's awful. I hate Twitter. But necessary. Same with Instagram. So Instagram, you know, I actually really love Instagram, but I don't love marketing on Instagram. I just find it really boring. I have to create all these images and it's just, I just don't like it. So I have somebody who does my Instagram profile for me also, and she manages that for me, so that I don't have to do it. And I'm still getting my name out there. I'm getting my message out there. I get a bunch of leads from people on there, and I'm from Twitter. But I don't have to do it. I love Facebook. That's where I spend all my time. But I also want to be visible on these other platforms. So I have people do that for me. So if you're not really good at a certain type of platform, or you just really don't enjoy it, but you know that you need to be there because your people are there, have somebody help you do that. Maybe you do a little bit, like maybe you'll send them content and they just schedule it for you. Maybe they create images for you, whatever. Or maybe you have them manage it 100%. Whatever it is, have somebody who's helping you with those social media platforms that you're just not good at or don't enjoy. And then also Facebook ads. So I know that a lot of people, you know, they realize that Facebook ads can completely change their business for the better. They're amazing. But you know, for some people they're really complicated, and either that or they just don't like doing it. They feel like it takes too much time. They don't like it. So either way, you don't want to be doing stuff that you're not good at or you don't enjoy. And if that's Facebook ads, I highly recommend getting a Facebook ads manager who creates the ads for you. You know, there's a lot of different people out there who can do this for you. My Facebook ads manager, she actually creates everything for me. The only thing I do is I create the landing page. I create the landing page and obviously the email sequence that's tied to that landing page. But she creates the ad, the image for the ad, she creates the copy for the ad, she does the targeting for the ad, she does the budget for the ad, she does everything on there. She manages the whole thing. I just have to create the landing page and send her the link. That's it. And it's, you know, it's totally worth every single cent that I spend on that service. So if you're not good at Facebook ads or don't like them, have somebody do that. And another thing too that you might want to consider delegating is your team management. This really, you know, is only important if you have a whole bunch of people on your team. So for me, I have, how many people do I have? So I have my virtual assistant, I have my accountant, I have my my bookkeeper slash accountant, I guess. She's not really my accountant, she's more my bookkeeper. What else do I have? I have Facebook ads management, I have social media, I have PR as well. So I have like 7 people on my team. And then of course there's me, so there's 8 people. So I have an OBM, or an online business manager, who's my number 8 or number 9 employee, number 9. And so she actually manages everybody on my team. So she says, here's what you have to do this week, here's when it's due, here's who has to do what, and she has all of that information. She passes it along for me, so that I don't have to, you know, send 10 different emails every day or whatever. So she does that all for me. So if you have a large team, I'd recommend having somebody who manages that team for you, so that you don't get overwhelmed and you don't have to get into the, you know, back and forth of managing each team member. And then last but not least is really, you just want to automate everything that you are not good at or don't enjoy. It's that simple. If you're not good at it, or you really don't have time for it, or you just hate doing it, delegate. Have somebody else do it for you. It's so worth the investment. Every single time I delegate something to somebody and I have somebody come in and take care of tasks that I just don't love doing or don't have time for, I always get that money back 10 times over, at least 10 times over, every single time. So, you know, as much as you can delegate, do it, because that's what's going to allow you to get the freedom that you want in your life and your business, is having a team that supports you and helps you to grow and scale your business, but you don't actually have to be there to manage them all the time, right? So you have people that help you, you grow and scale your business, and you don't have to be strapped to the computer all the time. Total no-brainer, right? So anything you're not good at, anything you don't love, delegate. And you know, if you're saying to me right now, well, I don't have a lot of money, you know, I want to hire all these people, but I just don't have the cash. Well, you know, find it. Find the cash. Like, no excuses, okay? If it's important to you, make it happen. If it's something that you feel like is going to change your business, change your life, make it happen. I don't want to hear excuses. I hate hearing excuses. Total bullshit. So figure it out. You know, when I first started out, the very first person that I hired was, it was my graphic designer. But you know, that's different. I would say the very first person I hired who was, you know, somebody who worked for me all the time was my virtual assistant. So even if you can, you know, only find the cash for say like $100 a month. That's going to give you a couple hours of help every month in your business, and then eventually you can raise that and get a few more hours, and then a few more hours, and then eventually have them working full time. So you may have to work up to it, but do whatever it takes to get a team that's going to support you. You want to have at least a virtual assistant for sure. Who can help you do all of these tasks that you don't have time for or don't want to do. So just find the money. It doesn't have to cost that much money, and it's totally worth every single penny that you spend on it. Cool? Okay, so to recap, things to delegate. Customer service, any type of technical issues, anything that you're not good at or don't love doing or simply don't have time for, setting up your systems, creating sales pages, team management, your accounting or bookkeeping, Facebook ads management, and social media management, and then creating things like sales pages and stuff like that. And that's it. Anybody have any questions for me? I'll tell you guys what we're doing for the giveaway. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to be giving away one spot in the Focus Formula, which is a $500 value. And it's sweet. So for those of you who don't know, the Focus Formula is a method that I created a couple years ago that helped me to get super focused in my business, super consistent in my business, getting tons and tons of things done in my business without spending a ton of time, because it's such a time suck, right? There's a whole bunch of things that need to be done in your business, but you just don't want to do them, and it just takes a ton of time. How many hours a day do you work on your business? Oh God, like 3, 4 maybe, sometimes less. I have a lot of systems going on. I'm super focused. So I have a couple hours a day that I work, and that's it. If I have, a lot of stuff going on, I have a big launch or something like that that's happening, then yeah, I might work a couple more hours. But usually it's anywhere from 3 to 4 hours of consistent work every day. Definitely. Okay, so the other thing about the Focus Formula is today only, and actually until 11 o'clock. So at the end of this Periscope, so once I get off Periscope, this deal is gone. So what you're going to get if you sign up today on this Periscope right now, so if you go to CassieHoward.com/the-focus-formula, if somebody wants to type that in, I will love you for it. If you go there and you sign up right now, you can sign up for as low as $97. It's ridiculously cheap. Then you're going to get a really juicy bonus, but you have to sign up now, right now. Thank you so much for posting that. Yeah, screenshot that. That's the URL. Go there, sign up, and you're going to get this amazing bonus where I'm going to give you my step-by-step guide to create a sales funnel that sells like crazy. So it converts amazingly well, and it's something that enabled me when I first set it up to bring in thousands of dollars every month, and I still consistently bring in thousands of dollars a month from these sales funnels using this process. So this is the only process I recommend. Anything else sucks from what I've tried. I've tried a lot of different ones. This is the only thing I recommend to my private clients who pay me thousands of dollars. This is the key to getting a lot more money in your business, passive income in your business, that is. So if you want to get more focused in your business, get more consistent, and you also want to have this kick-ass step-by-step plan for creating sales funnels that are massively successful, you need to sign up to the Focus Formula right now, because as soon as this Periscope is over, as soon as I say see you later, that deal is gone and you don't get that bonus anymore. It's gone forever. See you later. Okay? So I'm going to pick one person who's going to win right now. And, okay, hang on. How do I see who's here? Okay, so I'm going to pick one person randomly. I'm honestly just going to close my eyes and scroll up and down and then stop. And then whoever that is, you're going to win a pass to the Focus Formula. And for everybody else who doesn't win, if you go and sign up to the Focus Formula right now, you're going to get that special bonus, okay? All right, so I see everybody in there. Okay, so I'm honestly just gonna close my eyes. Hang on, scroll up and down. This is like the most awkward way to pick a winner, but hey. Okay, I'm stopping on Felicia. Felicia, you win! Yay! So send me a private message, Felicia, and I'll get you set up in the focus formula, get you your login information. My assistant will send it to you, and you can get in there for free. Yay! So anybody else, that wants to sign up for the focus formula, let me just remind you, what it is. It's my formula. So it's not a course, it's not a program, not a course or program, okay? It is a formula, a method that I used to grow my business from $0 to $250,000 in 12 months. Okay, and I'm gonna double, if not triple that this year. So this is the method that works at getting you really focused on the right tasks, and not only getting you focused on the right tasks, but making sure that you do these tasks in the right way. Because if you don't do them the right way and you don't do them at the right time, then there's no point. There's no point even doing them. Okay, so this is going to teach you exactly how to get really focused the right way, the right time, on the right tasks, and it's going to help you get really consistent, because without consistency, you're not going to be able to sustain your business. So that's what it's going to teach you. You're going to get 18 modules, which are very short. They're like 10 to 20 minutes a piece, so it's really easy to digest the content. You're going to get all of that information right away, so you don't have to wait, once a week to get new content. You're going to get it all right away. As soon as you log in, it's all right there. Okay, so 18 really simple, short, easy to digest modules with all of that information on focus and consistency. Some other bonuses that you're going to get when you sign up for the focus formula is my recommended daily schedule. So these are the things you should be doing every single day in your business. Also, my recommended weekly schedule. So these are the tasks you should be doing each week in your business consistently. And then the third bonus is you're going to get a client attraction checklist. So these are the tasks you need to complete in order to attract paying clients and paying customers. And then last but not least, you're also going to get, obviously, our private Facebook group, where I'm in there, consistently helping people, answering questions, giving feedback, all of that good stuff. We have a great community going, some amazing women getting some amazing results, sharing tons of stories on how much they've been able to accomplish in the last 3 weeks since they've signed up for the focus formula, because that's when I first opened the doors. A bunch of them actually sent me some video testimonials last night. So I'm going to be sharing some of those in the Facebook group, so watch for those, and you'll see that if you sign up for the focus formula right now and get all these juicy bonuses, you're going to see that you made the right decision, because these women are showing you, telling you what they've gone through, where, how they've transformed their business in just 3 weeks. That's it, just 3 weeks. They've transformed their business. They've accomplished so much more than they were getting done months and months and months combined before the focus formula. So it's a really amazing thing that I've created here and put together, because it's going to change your business and your life forever. It did for me. It's doing it for all the women that have already joined us and enrolled in the focus formula. So I highly recommend checking it out and going to sign up right now to get that bonus. You're going to get all the bonuses like the daily and the weekly recommended schedule, the checklist, all that, but you're not going to get my sales funnel information, my step-by-step guide to creating sales funnels that are super, super high converting and making you tons of passive income every single month. You're not going to get that if you sign up after this Periscope broadcast. So those of you on the replay, I'm sorry, but you should have been here live, because that's when all the goodies happen. Come back tomorrow, and I'm going to do something similar, not focus formula, but something else. So go sign up right now, CassieHoward.com/thefocus formula, the-focus-formula, and sign up right now, and I'll see your emails come in on my computer back there. I'm pointing behind me, you can't see it, but I'll see your emails come in, and I'll make sure you get all of those goodies, including that special sales funnel bonus. Alrighty, does anybody have any other questions for me before I go? I know, Patty, you had a question where you were asking, what's going on here? You had a question where you were asking about how to grow your email list, right? So some ways that I grew my email list were obviously with sales funnels, definitely with sales funnels, and that's still the #1 way that I grow my list quickly now. But also really just creating tons of valuable content that I know my audience needs or wants. I ask them what they want, and I create that content, and I just say, here's the link. opt in, and I'll send you the information you want. And I use a combination of, you know, creating a sales funnel, a sales sequence, and then also Facebook ads. So I have Facebook ads running all the time to promote my email list and get people to sign up for my list. So make sure that, you know, if you, what's going on here? For some reason I can't find the chat. I'm sorry, you guys are asking questions. There we go. Okay, if you asked a question and I didn't answer it yet, post it again, because my chat was hidden for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so get out of here. What's going on? What's going on? There we go. Okay, sorry. Okay, so yeah, so if you want to grow your email list, that's highly recommended, is to put out this content that they love, create a sales funnel, and post a Facebook ad. Is focus formula for those that are just starting out with very low resources or who have not yet profited in their business? No, definitely not. It's for, you know, it's for the newbies, and it's also for those who are more seasoned and who have been in business for at least a couple of months. And, you know, maybe you're making money right now, but you're not making as much money as you want to be making. You know, it's more for people who, you know, have had their business for a little while. You know, maybe they've made a bit of money, but they're just not getting traction. They're not making as much as they know they could be making. They're not blowing up online like they know that they could be. It's more for those types of people. It can definitely help the newbies and the people who, you know, are just starting out. But it's more for those that have been around for a little bit and just need some traction. So it can help both, absolutely. Anybody have any other questions for me? Like I said, the chat was hidden for some reason, so sorry. So if you asked a question I didn't answer it, I promise I'm not ignoring you. Just ask me again. I want to make sure that you have all the opportunity in the world to ask your questions. I don't want you to feel like I left something, you know, unanswered for you. You're very welcome. Okay, guys, so remember that this bonus goes away after Periscope. So if you want to sign up, CassieHoward.com/focusformula. The joy of tech. I know, right? How long do we get access to the private Facebook group? Forever and ever and ever and ever. Seriously. Forever. You can have all the access in the world. It's all yours. You know, it's something that this course, I just called it a course, this thing that's not a course, this method, this formula, the focus formula, it is going to be, you know, something that is completely self-study. So when you sign up, like I said, all of the information is there, all of the bonuses are there, except for the sales funnel one, which I have to send you separately because it's just for those of you who are on this Periscope. But all of the other bonuses are definitely there. You can just log in, you get all the bonuses, you get all of the content, you get a link to the Facebook group, and it's all there for you. And as long as you are a member, then you get access. So as soon as you sign up, you get access, and you have access until, you know, I die one day and my site comes down or something. Okay, so you get it forever. Any other questions? Thank you. Exactly. So you want to make sure that, you know, when you do go to the website, there's two different options. So you can sign up in full for $4.97, which is the best price, and the one I recommend if you don't want to pay extra. Or if you can't do the $4.97 right now, we have an amazingly generous payment plan of 6 monthly payments of $97. That's it. That's it. That's all you have to pay. So you're going to pay, you know, an extra $100 if you don't pay in full. So if you can pay in full, I'd recommend doing that. But if you can't, do the payment plan, and you're going to get access right away, even if you only pay, you know, the $97 to start. As long as you don't take all the content and run, then I'll find you and kill you. But, just kidding, kind of. But, you know, it's very feasible in terms of the cost. I made sure that this was something that, you know, wasn't going to break the bank for a lot of people. It was something that was going to, you know, be super easy for them to invest in. It's not going to be an issue for them. It's not going to be something that is super stressful where they'd be like, oh, I have to find all this money. You know, it's just $100 a month. That's it. That's it. Not even $100, $97 a month. And you get all of this content all at once. So it's a total no-brainer in my opinion. So go to CassieHoward.com/thefocusformula, and you're going to get all of this information right away when you sign up. And if you sign up in, you know, the next 30 seconds before I say goodbye, then you're going to get the sales funnel bonus as well, which is step-by-step process, I'm trying to think how I say this, step-by-step process for creating sales funnels that actually convert and allow you to bring in thousands and thousands of dollars in recurring income every single month, passive recurring income every single month. Okay, so any other questions for me? Now is your last chance. Anybody? Nope. Okay. Now is no last chance. Okay. Thanks, guys, for coming. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern to talk more about how to streamline your business. Tomorrow's the last day. I'm going to have another freebie for another product. So make sure you show up for that and you're here live. If you have any questions for me at all that you think of later that you forgot to ask on this broadcast, please go in the Babes in Business Facebook group and ask away. Just make sure you tag me so I can get it. If you loved this Periscope, I would really love it if you commented as well in the Facebook group about that. You know, share this with, you know, other women that you think would love it as well, you know, and have them watch the replay. And I appreciate you. I love you guys, and I know that you're going to kick ass in your businesses just because you're showing up and you're investing in yourself and learning. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.